Hello, hello, and welcome back to the Daily Crossword Live, where we solve one of Arkadium's crossword puzzles together. If you're new here, my name is Jack, and I will be our puzzle guide. But I really love when this is as collaborative as possible. You can see the clues here in this little green panel, and so if you think you know one of the answers, just shout it out in the chat. I'll try to keep up, and we'll navigate this puzzle together. I'm excited. Just gonna set up my chats here. Uh-oh. I'm told I can't be heard. So let me try to fix my audio. Sorry about this. All right, give me 1 second to try to fix my audio. Hello? Can you hear me? I think last time my audio was messed up. So if anyone can hear me, let me know in the chat. Am I being heard? Am I being seen? Okay, awesome. I'm getting some yeses. Sorry about that. We're still sorting out some of the tech here, but I think we're in business now. I'm just going to take 1 second to fix my setup. Okay, we're in business. Hey everyone, and welcome to the Daily Crossword Live, where we solve one of Arkadium's crossword puzzles together. So if you're new here, my name is Jack, and I'll be our puzzle guide. You can see the clues at the top here in this greenish panel, and so if you ever think you know an answer, type it into the chat, and I will try to incorporate all of your feedback, and we'll solve this puzzle together. The more collaborative, the more interactive, the more fun this is. So let's dive into the puzzle. One across already. I mean, coffee pots, 4 letters. I don't have an immediate instinct here. It always kind of makes me nervous. I feel like one across kind of sets the tone for the whole puzzle, and so there's something like I don't know, Punxsutawney Phil, Groundhog's Day, whether you see your shadow or not, kind of bodes for the rest of the season. So I don't immediately know what coffee pots are. If any of you do, let me know, but I'm going to check out 14 across. Hey, we got people joining. Kurwa Babar, Sergey, Emery, Kenny. Hey, everybody. 14 across is captured. All right, so we got coffee pots, we got captured, and then one down is Idaho neighbor. Okay, so this can only be so many things, right? Idaho is a U.S. state. There are not that many 4-letter U.S. states, and this is presumably one of them. Unless it's something else, which is always a possibility. Graduate's garb. Okay, this is the first entry in the puzzle that I feel 100% I know. Utah, nice. Dean, nailed it. Utah. All right. And we're off. And we're off. Dean, you got 2 in a row in you. Graduate's garb. Agrees silently. Okay, normally when someone agrees, they say so. But how do you agree with someone silently? Nice. Dean did get 2 in a row. Robe. Yeah, I agree. Graduates wear robes at their graduation ceremonies. Love it. Oh, Kenny writes gown, which I hadn't considered, but gown is totally legitimate too. Kenny wrote robe or gown. Yeah, now I'm less sure. So let's check the crosses to see, has this come into focus at all? Coffee pots. Okay, there's a strange pileup of letters starting a word with UR, but I think this is actually correct. How do we finish this word off? We got coffee pots, and we still have captured. I feel like captured could mean so many things. Because there's obviously, to capture a bird or something or a bug, but there's also like capturing a photo. So we got coffee pots, we got captured, and we got agrees silently. I see Emery wrote node. I wonder if you meant to write nods. The E and the S are right next to each other on the keyboard, and nods is looking good to me there. That's one way to agree silently. Shake your head. Yeah, and Kenny coming back earns for the coffee. I agree. Yeah, earns are coffee pots. Earn is a super common word in crossword puzzles, so it's a good thing to keep in your arsenal. 14 across. Captured. Captured's looking like took, right? Like if you take something, you capture it. Seems plausible to me. And then a short play, SK. Let's see if this K works out for us. We got a short play. I don't think they know it. And then maybe I'll also start looking at these long across entries. Forfeited the throne. Good long word. Who remembers this? I think I learned this word when studying for the SATs. Yeah, Kenny writes skit for short play. I love it. I think you're exactly right. Skit. And that I works nicely with what we have going on in 17 across. Who else learned this word studying for the SAT? Or maybe even before that? We also got 20 across, actor Charlton. I only know one actor named Charlton. One person named Charlton, frankly. So we got actor Charlton, we got forfeited the throne, abdicated. Sergey with the win. And Dean close behind. Nice job, guys. Yeah, you abdicate the throne. It's just what it means, forfeited the throne. And as usual, I keep saying this, but the tense of the clue matches the tense of the answer. So since the clue was past tense, forfeited, not forfeit, the answer is going to be past tense too. That's why it's abdicated and not just abdicate. And we'll round that off with Charlton Heston, which I believe should be an O-N at the end here, right? Okay, we got Earth Center. And just like that, we're flowing into the rest of the puzzle. First corner down in the bag. I always breathe a sigh of relief when we're done with the first corner. It makes it feel like, okay, this is approachable. We will solve this. Core. Emery, Sergey, nice job. We're getting core. That's the Earth Center, of course. Let's look at some of these smaller ones here. We got a large tub, 3 letters, blank blank T. And for all time, Not sure about this one. For all time, 4 letters. We got nothing to help us there. And horse's hair. There's maybe one potential for this. Horse's hair for all time. We got a large tub. Let's see. You guys are on a roll so far. 5 down is radiate, which I have some thoughts about. It's always harder to see a long answer from afar. Any ideas here? We We got new people joining. If you're just joining us, we're solving a crossword puzzle together. So the clues are right here in this green panel. Type in your answers whenever you think you know something. And even if it's wrong, we'll course correct together. So welcome. We're working on for all time, 4 letters, a large tub, 3 letters ending in a T. I think we can get this one. And we got radiate. Let's see 24 across. Yeah, good call. Risque. We got an R in the grid, 24 across, risque. Sergey, you think you know it? We got people joining. Hey, Sydney. Vat, Kenny with vat. Nice job. I agree. Yeah, large tub is a vat. And Emery writes risk for risque. Yeah, that seems possible. Let's check this K and see if it works out for us. 7 down, opponent, blank blank E blank K. Oh, and we also have this V now. So for all time, did V help us? I want to say this is like ever. Like that was the best meal ever. That was the best meal for all time. It's not 100% for me. Sergey agrees, which makes me feel better about it. So let's keep this in for now and see if we can't make it work for us. Make over 4 letters R blank D blank. By the way, I want to issue a warning. The last 2 streams I froze on TikTok at about the 10-minute mark, but I was back in a matter of seconds both times. So if that happens, stick around and I will be back in a jiffy. All right, we're getting some answers in. Okay, yeah, redo looks good for makeover. Nice job. And then someone's writing relax. Where's relax? I'm not sure. Where does relax fit? We have opponent. We have radiate. And we can also go down here. Check this long across. Exhaust. Oh, and did we... Oh, yeah, horse's hair. Right. So this agrees with... mane, right? Horses have manes? So I think things are looking good here, although this K is kind of concerning me. It does. I just don't see a word that means opponent with this K, so I might take out risk. Yeah, Emery writes risk is not correct. I think I agree. We got emanate as an answer for radiate. Love it. Yeah. Perfect. And that should be enemy, Emery writes. Yeah, I agree. Opponent is your enemy. That looks better. And now risque looks like it's going to be racy, which definitely fits the clue. If something is racy, it's a little risque, it's a little spicy maybe. Great job. I love we're starting to get this community spill over into the center of the grid. More information, the better. Defensive trench, M-O blank blank. We got defensive trench, and let's work on this C as well. Stopped, starting with a C. And we have exhaust. I see moat, yep. I like that for defensive trench. A moat around a castle. Awesome work. Picnic intruders. Who are the proverbial picnic ruiners? And let's stick with this section up here. Ants. Nice job, Esme. Ants ruin your picnic, exactly. Short sleep. I think we had this entry in the puzzle yesterday too, but it had a different clue. Yeah, nap, exactly. I think yesterday this was clued as siesta. And All right, so let's back into this corner here. Tooth deposit. I'm not seeing that at all. Tooth deposit, no idea. Bullfight cheer. Anyone know what they cheer at a bullfight? This is another classic crossword entry. It's one of those ones that, like, if you're new to crosswords, this is going to be a hard clue to get, but if you solve a million crosswords, you've seen this clue before. It's just how it works sometimes. Experience helps with crosswords. Flooring square. What could that even mean? We got flooring square, related, and rents out. All 4 letters. Flooring square, cube. Interesting. Yeah, that seems possible. Flooring square. And then someone writes Olay. Which one is Olay for? Oh, I see. Yeah. So Olay is the bullfight cheer. Exactly, spelled like this. Yeah, that's definitely right. And you'll see this a million times if you solve a lot of crossword puzzles, which I do. All right, actually, let's keep going with these downs, I think. Related 4 letters, rents out 4 letters. Neither of these is super obvious. We can also check this. Oh, printer's measures. That's a hard. I definitely don't know about printer's measures. I'm also not 100% on cube, because flooring square to me, I'm trying to make this fit conceptually. If someone can explain why cube is the answer here, because I'm kind of liking tile for this. Right? Like, I think of a tile, you lay out the squares of a tiles on a floor. So apologies if I'm wrong about that, but we'll find out shortly, won't we? We got sum at 9 across, identical at 16 across, and kindled again. Ah, yeah, Emery writes total for sum. I like that. You total a bunch of numbers together, you sum them together, you add them together. It all means the same thing. Good job. Kindled again, identical. Okay, and we actually have some letters now on these 4-letter entries right at the edge of the grid. We got rents out and we got related. Neither super straightforward. And we looked at, oh yeah, tooth deposit, which I had no idea about, and frankly I still don't. What is a tooth deposit even? Like, is it something you... Oh, tartar. Oh, yes, of course. Nice. Oh, yeah, I was totally blind to that. Yeah, that's right, because it's like buildup on your tooth. That's what they mean by deposit. It's like sediment almost. Okay, very nice. Yeah, I was totally missing that. Okay. So where does that leave us? It leaves us with kindled again, identical. It leaves us with related and rents out. I'm just kind of pretending this one doesn't exist. If anyone knows their printer's measures, please let me know, but I certainly do not. Yeah, alike. I like alike for identical. Good work. Good work. And that K is useful, I think, for 12 down. When 2 things are related, you might say they're what? And then rents out. Yeah, this section is almost folding. Just a little more resistance left. And then kindled again. All right, so I'm going to put related, I think, is akin. If 2 things are akin to one another, they're related to each other. And then rents out, crossing kindled again. So I think this is lets, like to let your apartment, you rent it out, like for lease. And then kindled again is relit. This is another kind of crossword tip. Whenever you see again in the clue, that's a hint that it might be an answer starting with RE. Like you didn't just light it, you relit it. You kindled it again. That's the idea here. Printers measures ENS. I would love to know what this means. If anyone is slick with their printers measures, please let me know, because I don't understand that one. Exhaust, 28 across. We got exhaust. That's kind of a long one. Let's chip away at it a little bit. We got 36 across is hard to find. 40 is the orient. And patch up. So these are all 4 letters. Hard to find rare. Good job, yeah. That's got to be it. And then east for the orient. Yeah, that seems very possible, although these double A's are actually kind of concerning. Artist's stand. Whenever I put something in the grid, I kind of mentally check the crosses just to make sure that they look possible. And there's nothing wrong looking about RE, RS, ET. These could all be next to each other in words. AA, yes, they could be next to each other in a word, but it's just such a rare combination that it sort of raises a little red flag in my head. And yeah, I think we're getting Dean is suggesting Asia for the Orient, which I think also fits the clue, and just as a sanity check, it works a little better in the crosses, right? This AS looks more plausible. Yeah, when do you solve your crosswords? In the morning? At night? My answer is I do both. I solve in the morning over coffee, and I solve at night because it helps me fall asleep. All right, we got stage offering for 28 down. We got artist's stand for 29 down. Okay, we're getting easel for 19, yeah. An artist's stand, an easel is what holds up your painting as you're painting. Great work. And then we have publish. Hello, welcome if you're just joining. Help us solve this crossword puzzle. We're cruising so far, but more help is always welcome. Guiding person. This I don't know. I feel like I don't have enough letters to see it. Publish. I have some theories. And then stage offering. Like, I want this to be play, right? You put a play on stage, but clearly it's not play. It doesn't fit with the number of letters, and there's no R in play. So maybe we need some crosses. Maybe exhaust. Problem is, exhaust is kind of a deceptive word in that I think it has more meanings than initially meets the eye. Patch up. Print, yeah. Kenny writes print. That was my theory as well. I think that's looking good. You publish a newspaper story, you print it. I totally agree. Oh, and then interesting. So Emery suggests seal for 43 across, which I think fits. If you seal something, you patch it up, but it conflicts with print. So now one of these has to be wrong. It can't be print and seal. So I wonder if there's a different possibility for one of these. Can anyone think of a different way to say patch up? Blank en blank. And then exhaust. What was 47? Yeah, good. I think I hadn't looked at it. I just missed it. So modified. And we got the LT in place. Yeah, this section is putting up some resistance. Mend. I like mend for patch up. Good. And the fact that mend fits so nicely makes me feel more confident about print being correct. We could always be wrong, but eventually, if we're wrong, there will be a sign of it, and we'll have to fix what we have in the grid. Okay, stage offering. Okay, it's not play, but it is a type of play. It looks like it is a type of play. 28 is drama. Nice work, Emery. Yeah, I agree. I honestly could not see that until the M was in place. Um, And now with this D, we might be able to get 28 across. Exhaust. What's a word for exhaust? We're missing two letters. Oh, and we also have an A in place. Drama was super helpful. Because we have this A, A-L-T, four blanks, and it means modified. Altered, yeah, great, great, great. That definitely seems to work. Okay, I've kind of been neglecting 31 down because I just saw nothing the first time I looked at it. So guiding person. Hmm. More letters probably help. Deplete for 28 across. That's looking great. Yeah, if you exhaust your supply, you deplete it. And finally in focus, guiding person has got to be a leader, right? That's a person who guides. Yeah. All right, that section was tough, but we survived it. And in the end, it was all fair. That's like there's a difference between tough and unfair, but tough and fair. And I feel like all of those were gettable answers. The clues were all accurate. It just wasn't the most obvious on first pass, at least to me. Alleviates, eases. That was fast. Nice work. Okay, 25 down is stopped. We have a bunch of letters in the grid here. What's this little guy? Moral wrong. Moral wrong. And then 41 across is occupy a chair. Oh, ceased, I see, for stopped. Yeah, I love that. And sin, as me just cleaning up this whole section. Round it out. What do you do when you occupy a chair? What am I doing right now? We also have small depressions. Sit, great work, yeah. Great work, Emery. Small depressions. Crossing sofa, huh. I think sofa couch. Is there a third word that also means sofa and couch? I'm actually not sure. I mean, there must be, right? Brooks. Who knows what Brooks means? We got Brooks and small depressions. Blank en blank blank. Dense. Good work. Yeah, D-N-T-S. And by the way, like this word depression has a totally different meaning, right, in the mental health context. And so sometimes crossword puzzles will really lean into that meaning in the clue as misdirection, but they actually mean something like dense. This one wasn't quite there in terms of like they weren't really guiding us toward the mental health meaning, but just be on alert for that. I still don't see sofa. And we got annoy starting with a P. And we got Brooks. Hello, hello. We still got people joining, which is awesome. If you're just joining, we're solving an Arkadium crossword puzzle together. The clues are up here in green. And shout out any answer as you know it. We're making good time on this one. Although we seem a little stuck right now. We seem a little stuck. We got sofa, blank, E-T-T, blank, blank. We got Brooks. Emery says beat is slap. So beat it is slap. Let's put it in, but I don't know if I'm 100% convinced on that. I could definitely be wrong. I think if the clue were just beat, then I think slap would work. Because if you beat someone, you slap them, that seems very possible. But beat it suggests to me that it's almost the answer is going to be something that you beat, like an egg or something. So I'm not entirely sure. Someone writes settee for sofa, which is a word I have never seen in my life. Is this a real thing? So it's a the terror of solving crosswords live on the internet is that all the gaps in my knowledge become obvious to the world. So good work for whoever has a settee at home. Like in Arctic Monkeys song. Oh boy. I'm just feeling more and more ignorant by the minute. Doing good, Jack. Thanks. I need the confidence boost. All right. Brooks are like little rivers. Like a do you does that help? Let's also get some others in here. Quality of sound, 4 letters, and famous canal, 4 letters. Okay. If you can name one canal, what is it? How many canals do you know? How many 4-letter canals do you know? Quality of sound and annoy. Streams. Yeah, great work. Yeah, brooks are streams. Those are just straight synonyms of each other. Exactly. Okay, hard metal. Craze. Squirrel's treat. Yeah, and this entry is making me feel worse about slap. Because I think I know what squirrel's treat is, and I think it's an acorn. Right? Squirrels love their acorns. And I had kind of a mental asterisk about slap as it was. I'm not claiming to know what the right answer is, but something just seemed to not quite work with the crosses. Or with the clue, I mean. Let's see, quality of sound. Famous canal, we have the R in place. Someone knows the famous canal. And now I kind of want to recheck these now that we've taken slap out, because we might see something different. Craze, starting with an M, and hard metal, starting with an S. What do we think? Mania, nice. A craze is a mania. It's gotta be, right? Ah, steel, yeah. That definitely works for hard metal, steel. Nice job. Emery got 2 in one go. Yep, great work. Okay. The tough clue, beat it. An exclamation mark often means like that whatever it is in the clue is how do I even say this? Like I think this is going to be pester. I think annoy is to pester someone. And to scat is like to sing, isn't scatting like a shoebop or something? All right, I'm not even going to try to explain this clue. I thought I got it, but maybe I don't. But quality of sound for tone, Erie Canal, which of course we all knew, but no one wanted to say. And then everlasting. Everlasting. We got everlasting, we got bound, eternal. Wow, you guys are crushing it today. Really crushing it. I feel like there's almost a competition happening in the chat. Who can get the answers fastest? I love it. Keep your brains sharp. Kidnapper's request. Interesting. And floor model. Ram for Lamb's father has been suggested. I think floor model might be a demo. Does that work? Seems possible. And we can check that with negative reply crossing a kidnapper's request. I think I know this one. I'm picturing like a kidnapper sending a letter with magazine clippings cut out. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, ransom. Exactly. Emery and Esme were racing to that one. Okay, so we got this little section here. Something that always kind of scares me about these little sections is that we have no more communication coming in. What we have, this SOM, is all the information we're going to get on this section. So we better hope that the clues do some good work for us. Soda is pop. Nice. Okay, father, starting with the P, unwritten, starting with an O, and Mideast bread, starting with a P. We probably got some of these. What do we think? Father, yeah, Papa. That definitely works. That definitely works. Let's check these crosses. Diva's offerings, which I think we had in the puzzle I think we had a very similar clue a couple days ago. Dex kin and clock feature, huh? I think we've seen almost all of the clues in this section. Yeah, tire filler, Diva's offerings, Dex kin, and clock feature. Alarm, I love it. Yeah. Yeah. Some clocks have alarms as a feature. Air, okay, they're flooding in now. Unwritten, Mideast bread, Diva's offerings, and Dex kin. Who thinks they can finish off these last 4 squares here? Unwritten is kind of a tough clue. Because it says what it's not. It's not written, but it doesn't really say what it is. And Mideast bread. Welcome if you're just joining. And help us out. We need help with this last section. Mideast bread is pita. Exactly. Nice job. And Dex kin. Diva's offerings. So Dex kin is looking like a patio, right? Like a patio is kind of like a deck. They are kins. They are akin to one another, if you will. Yep, and then divas deliver arias, exactly. And that tells us what 54 down, unwritten, was oral. Like if you're like an exam, you know. Some exams are written, some of them are oral. You have to speak your answers out loud. It's tricky. Okay, negative reply. We got negative reply. Hey, Michoacan. Implored, 4 letters. Yeah, someone's writing nope, which I like for negative reply. You say nope to someone, that's a negative reply for sure. Bound is also kind of a tough clue because I feel like bound can mean a lot of things. Bound can mean tied up. Bound can mean like bound to happen. And I think that this might be getting at neither of those. I think it might be something entirely different. What's one other meaning of bound? Majestic, ST, and then 5 blanks. And a long narrative poem. What do we think? We're entering the last section of the puzzle. If we keep our cool, put our heads together, I think we're going to crack this one. Implored, huh? Anything clicking for anybody? Ooh, I see epic. Yeah, that's got to be for 50 down, right? A long narrative poem. I agree. I think that's an epic. And then I see plea for implored. So I like where your head's at, but again, I think the tense of the clue has to match the tense of the answer. So a plea is the present tense, to plea. But implored is the past tense, so I think it's going to be pled. Nice idea. All right. So we have contradict, malevolent. Should we look at this long one? Sometimes I just like to have more crosses in the grid before looking at the long ones, but I'm not alone today, so. Tardy arriver. Interesting. I'm seeing evil. That's probably from malevolent. I like that. I mean, I don't like it, but I like it as an answer. Depart. Okay. The V, I think, helps bring this into focus. We got depart. We got bound. Okay, has this P helped anyone understand what they're implying with bound here? What kind of bound are they talking about? Yeah, I see leave. Good job. Leave for depart. And then we're really getting some letters in the grid here. Contradict, DE blank blank. I don't think we've looked at this. A soft metal, 3 letters. This will be our second metal in the grid. I think we had a hard metal over here. I like when clues kind of reference each other like this. We also always have majestic to think about. And tardy arriver. What does it mean to be tardy? We are almost in business. We are really closing in. Someone has figured out bound. What does it mean? It's not bound to happen. It's not tied up. Leap, exactly, yeah. To bound is to leap, is to jump, to bound into the air. Yeah. It's tough when you just get that one word, bound. It has so many different meanings. Very nice work. All right. Majestic, I still don't really see. But I think contradict, we could maybe get. Oh, stately. Ah, very nice. Yeah, that definitely fits conceptually. I love it. I love the word stately. It's kind of a stately word. And that Y, I think, is going to help us with contradict. And the E will probably help us with tardy arriver. Yeah, deny. I like that. Okay, now we're cooking with gas. Soft metal, 3 letters. I can only think of one 3-letter metal. Soft or not. And we can also start dipping our toes in over here, in case that helps. We got fun. Actually, let's check the TI. Outburst. TI. Yeah, tin. Tin. Good work. And I like this T also because late and tardy are synonyms, right? So this is just making more and more sense with the clue as we get more letters. Always a good sign. All right, we just got four little downs left. Latecomer. I love it. I like the entry too. A latecomer is someone who arrives late, someone who is tardy. Awesome work. We got outburst, which I don't quite see. I don't think I know what outburst they're talking about here. So let's check the downs. We got function. A lot of very kind of vague clues. The difficulty in this puzzle, I think, is not coming from intentional misdirection. It's coming from kind of vagaries. Words that have a lot of meanings. Sort of up to you to figure out which sense of the word is being implied. A hymnal word. Interesting. So we got some 4-letter entries left. Function with an O in the second position. Hymnal, a hymnal word, excuse me. Act and blunders. Can we start chipping away here? And then outburst. Gosh, we're super close. Wouldn't it be a tragedy to not be able to finish this last section? That happens sometimes. Sometimes, the last section it's just too hard. But I think we got this. I think we got this. Blunders. Hymnal word. Okay, what word is going to come up in a hymn? And I guess we also haven't looked at these two. Sly look, 69 across, and conclusions. Conclusions. That's an apt final entry in a crossword puzzle, isn't it? Ends. Yeah, exactly right. Ends. And it almost marks the end of the puzzle. All right, has this come into view at all? A hymnal word. And what else do we have? Yeah, nice work, Sergey. I think it's amen. That's going to be a word in most hymns, I presume. And blunders, I think, is going to be errs, like to err is human, to make a mistake, to blunder, to err. Okay, has that helped us see outburst? Huh. I feel like I have a blind spot for this entry. Does anyone know this? We only have 4 letters left. A sly look. We got a sly look. We got a function. We got act, and we got an outburst. Who's got these? So I think a sly look is going to be a leer. Right? If you leer at someone, you're kind of looking at them slyly. I think that works. And the crosses all look reasonable to me. Function and act. Yeah, a lot of vague clues in this puzzle. All right, who wants the glory of getting the last entry? Who wants the glory? I don't want to supply it. I want someone else to. Deed, good, good, good. An act is a deed. Very nice. Okay, one letter left. Function, blank OLE, an outburst. Someone's got it. One more letter. Nice tirade, yeah. I think tirade and role, yep. So someone's function is the role that they play, and then an outburst, of course, is a tirade. It took me so long to see this entry. I always like to pause for a moment, a little dramatic effect, because if there's if there's a typo somewhere in the grid, we're not going to get any confetti. We're going to get some error message saying that we're not done yet. But if we have everything correct, then when I type R here, we're going to get the big celebration. Yeah, confetti, nice. Nice work. Guys, you crushed that puzzle. It's always so much more fun to solve these with you than alone. I love it. And if you liked this, I mean, this is like the tip of the iceberg of the games that Arkadium has on offer. I mean, they have like a dozen different crossword puzzles, other word puzzles, but even like non-verbal games. Like really, the tip of the iceberg. So check out Arkadium and and come back to the stream. I mean, the show is called the Daily Crossword Live, and that's because we do this daily. So I'm going to be back tomorrow, same time. So that's 10 a.m. Eastern time. We're going to solve another crossword. So more wordplay. Same good company, I hope. All right. Give yourselves a pat on the back. Nice work solving this crossword, and enjoy the rest of your Sunday.